Hello everybody. In this video we are going to be looking at the Act 1 Sentry Trio with the Defect, how to go through and beat these guys. And we don't have any relics right now. We have the 3 potions that I showed in the other video as well. Duplication, Power, and Blessing of the Forge. I'm going to start this out the same as I would normally do it with the Power card as well as the Blessing afterwards to get the maximum effect out of all of these upgrades. And then we're going to go through the differences between this and the previous two. With the Ironclad and the Listener, the Silent, they have the ability to focus fire the first guy, whereas if your primary build is going to be channeling, you have to deal with the randomness of the lightning. So this one's a little bit different, a little bit harder to control. I would tend to be a little bit more defensive in this fight if you can. My general premise when I play with the Defect is to try and channel as much stuff as possible. I like to do channel builds where I'm constantly cycling through those things because they're giving you the best effect for those, and that's where you're getting more bang for your buck. This early in the run, it's really tough to focus on anything. You see that I have very few cards in general. All of these are just basic cards. The best ones that I got so far right now is I upgraded my Zap card, so it's free, and then I will also have my free Frost channel as well. It's exhausted on the first one, but it is going to give me 3 Frost because there's 3 guys in there depending on when I actually draw it. And then I do have the AoE card as well. And then probably one of my favorite cards out of all of them as far as this game goes is the Rebound card, because it allows you to play one and then plan for your next turn. So this here saves you big time in terms of if you're running into an instance where you're worried about what your next turn's going to bring. I know for a fact that I'll be able to draw that card the next turn when you play this one properly, provided you have the cards in your hand to actually make it worthwhile. The goal is still going to be the same. We are going to try and kill this first guy first so that we can alternate between the last 2. And hopefully we don't get too much with the negative side effects. But like I said, I am going to use the power card, see if I get a good one out here. So gain 1 focus. That's obviously great. All 3 of these are great cards. This one here is always so expensive, I rarely get it out. Thing is, if it adds a power card to my deck, I am going to be forced to spend energy on it. And it's so early in the run here that I want to get out of this without as little health loss as possible. I think getting the passive bonus of the 1 focus is actually going to be a better option in the long run, because this is going to be 0 cost for the duration. So play this one here. If I upgrade everything, 2 focus. That's what I was talking about. So now I get 2 focus. And then it's just a matter of what am I going to do to slow play this and not get killed. So defense is always a great option to go with, especially if you can block on the first turn. Because I want to get this guy killed as fast as possible, I don't want to play this just yet because I don't want that void in there. And I have nowhere to play this anyways. This would be a waste at this point here. I'm okay taking 1 damage from this guy in favor of attacking these 2 here. So what I really want to time out then is if I want to play my 3rd potion card, this duplication. This here is really for if you get in a bind. A card or a potion this well, I will generally save for the act boss, not an elite. Usually I don't run into a problem with the elites unless I've been having a bad run in general. Okay, so things to keep in mind with the Rebound. The next card's to the draw pile. Doesn't work with exhausted cards. That would be great, but it doesn't work that way. So in this case here, I'm going to get some free defense from these guys. They're going to be 3 of them. Ordering of it really doesn't matter too much. This here, I'm hoping that it attacks the first guy, but there's no guarantee that it actually will. But there's my 12 defense now, so that's going to be helpful. I only have to defend 1 time, and I basically got this one covered then. So now it's a matter of what do I want to do to make the best of this. Sweeping Beam is going to be a good one to have next turn as well. So I'm going to Rebound, and then Sweeping Beam, and then we are going to... It's a tough call. I like having the passive defense. I'm going to focus on kills. Hopefully... hopefully I get, you know what, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm hoping that he's going to kill him, but it doesn't always work that way. But yeah, so take a little bit of damage there. Nothing I can do about that, other than to use my card here. Alright, so deal damage to all of them. 20 damage isn't going to happen on this one here, but I will be able to get 14 block if I dual cast. So in this case here, I could do 5, 9, so I can cover it regardless and still keep this one out here. So that's the smarter play, is to not lose your orbs if you don't have anything to replace it with. I don't like to evoke orbs unnecessarily. I like to always keep this full. If you're playing a channel build, you always want to keep those things stocked. You want the channeling to force the next ones out. You don't want to dual cast unless you can replace it. But now I can defend, and this one is going to be over. As long as I come away with 20 or so, which I do, I am going to be able to full heal at the next campsite. In fact, this was such a good run that I probably would be able to forego the campsite and do a card upgrade instead. So 68 out of 75 is actually pretty good. So if I was going into the next elite on this map here, I could probably get away with actually just having 68 here, and then waiting to maybe heal up here, and going for a card upgrade here instead. That's all part of the game, is managing what route you want to take and when you want to heal. In this case here, because the heal is for 22 health or 23 health or whatever the number is, it's going to be a lot of overkill and waste. So it's up to you to know if you're going to be able to defeat the next elite based on which ones you fought already. I know that you know, the gremlin guy is going to be up there, so you never know what exactly you're going to get. But if you're confident with it, I always recommend trying to go for 3 elites on Act 1. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those below. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.